Geoholic.
Rumors spreading round. Just resist the urge, buddy. Resist the urge. Had to have had this on before, right?
No, never.
It's crazy.
You know
So fitting.
Just let me know if you wanna go to that home out.
Oh, spilled on the soundboard again. There we go.
Yeah.
So good. So good. So fitting for tonight's episode.
Right?
Welcome back, Geoholics. Man, it's good to be back in the studio.
It is. It feels like
forever.
It's been a long time.
Well, think about it. It's been 2, maybe 3 weeks.
I think
it's recorded.
I think
new
it's
content
3 weeks. Yeah.
in the studio. Of course, we were at Trimble Dimensions a week and a half ago. 2 weeks is all running together. At
Yeah,
this
they
point.
are all running together. It was a week and a half ago.
It was amazing.
It really was.
Those
Good old time.
folks, every other year, we get invited to Trimble Dimensions, and every other year, it's one of the best shows that we get to attend.
Yeah.
And this was no different. The hospitality was amazing. The show itself was incredible. Amazing interviews, which are coming out any day now. As a matter
Any
of
day
fact.
now. You can see them all live. Yeah,
Yeah.
we streamed them all.
Stream them all live as
And
well.
then we'll stitch them all, make some episodes out of those.
Yep. And we're live right now, as a matter of fact.
Of course, we are.
How fun is that?
As usual, it's just a Tuesday night instead of a Thursday
So
night.
fun.
Yeah.
So fun. I don't really think about it. And all of a sudden, I'm getting nervous.
Oh, really?
Should I get nervous?
You don't
I
get
don't
nervous.
know. Just drink more mezcal, right?
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, anyways, episode 238.
238.
I almost
Believe
said
it or not.
236. But
Yeah.
before I forget, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes.
by
It
the
is
time this
it
comes
is
out-
holiday season.
Holiday season kicking off here.
You know,
Um,
you've got family, friends in town, all the things.
I am really excited about the holidays this year. But anyways, what's new with you, man? I haven't seen you in a while. I felt like I needed to give you a hug when you walked in the door, but you were a little mad at me. So
I was earlier, but I
Yeah.
got over that.
it's like a soap opera around here.
Yeah, you should see our text chain. It's quite hilarious.
You're a dick.
Yeah, I know. I think that was a couple days ago. No, nothing really new. Just getting excited. Guys, it's just been a while. Know me now.
Thanksgiving's your thing, right?
Thanksgiving is my holiday.
Yes.
I just love cooking turkeys. I don't know why. It's just a weird thing.
It's weird.
I like the whole concept. I like football. I like
That part's good.
I like cooking. I like cooking in big quantities for random reasons. So cooking a several 15-pound birds is just
How many
fun
people?
for me. Oh, we'll probably have 16, 17 people.
Wow.
Go to our
That's
friend's
so
house.
cool.
But
That's
the
awesome.
concept is everybody gets to take home turkey leftovers.
If they want them. Or
I'm
not.
telling you, you want to take home a smoked turkey leg.
We're doing pork this year.
And
a
I'm just
turkey
gonna,
breast.
I'm just gonna act like you didn't say that. So other than that, just humming along.
Awesome, man.
What about you? What's new?
Oh, wow. Man, it seems like a lot has happened over the last couple of weeks. All good. Everything's good. Really excited about what's going on at work. Everything else is great. I took a little hiatus from curling.
Oh, really?
I got a neck issue. I've been dealing with a neck issue
Oh,
about
the old-
3 freaking months now.
The old curling injury, huh?
The old curling neck, they call it.
They call it the curling neck.
No,
Oh man.
it'll be fine. I just need to take a break, unfortunately. So I got to find something else that's going to provide me the same amount of cardio as a game of curling.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I'm working on that as we speak.
I passed a nice retirement community down here. I'm sure it's got a raging shuffleboard
You
tournament.
know what? If they got a shuffleboard court, I am there. I am there for sure. Other than that, lost some money this past weekend. I bet on Max Verstappen to win F1. Because it was in Vegas. I was like,
Yeah,
we were
Vegas
just
is a
there.
wild card. No, yeah.
So that didn't work out for me. And then, of course, I put money on my Chicago Bears to beat the Vikings. 'Cause I thought
Ouch.
this was going to be the weekend.
And it got really close.
It was a good game.
That was an amazing.
game.
I bet you were really pumped when it got to overtime.
Overtime. I was getting a little excited there. Yes, it was all good. But everything's good, man.
For the record, I also wagered a lot this weekend and did not win a single thing. I
not
was
good.
cursed. Yeah, it didn't matter what I.
You know
didn't
what?
matter what I touched.
Like
It was
I
off.
hadn't, honestly, full transparency, I haven't wagered in probably 4 months because things were just trending in such a bad direction for me. I'm like, I'm going to throw a couple flyers out there. Surely my luck's about to change. Lost both of them. Horrible.
Anyway, let's get moving.
Let's get going. All right. Next up, we have the NLC Prep Song of the Week. NLC Prep is for those dedicated to passing their land surveying exams in the first try. Check out nlcprep.com. What do you got for us?
Very recognizable group.
Great
That
song.
ZZ Top. Song is LaGrange. ZZ Top, iconic American band formed in 1969 in Houston, Texas. Of course, band is renowned for its blues-inspired rock sound, humorous lyrics, and larger-than-life stage presence. Classic lineup features Billy Gibbons, Dusty Hill, and Frank Beard. No, pretty awesome name. ZZ Top rose to fame in the 1970s and in the 1980s with albums like Eliminator and singles like Sharp Dressed Man and Legs. Known for their trademark long beards, sunglasses, and sleek style, ZZ Top became cultural icons. Their legacy includes numerous awards, over 50 million records sold worldwide,
Crazy.
introduction to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2004.
Wow.
Well deserved. One of those, like, not even iconic, like, they just exist, like, you know, like
part of culture.
It's part, yeah, exactly.
Seriously.
Well said. Yeah, that's it seems like it's part of rock and roll culture, and I couldn't imagine rock and roll without these guys, and no one else is like, you know, I'm sure they inspired lots of other people and all that fun stuff, but
Yep. Agreed.
definitely carved their own lane.
And very fitting for our episode this evening.
Yes, of course.
Which we'll get to.
Because we also have three people
just a couple minutes.
with crazy beards and sunglasses.
Yeah. Well, not exactly, but we can envision that
Right,
for sure.
yes.
All right. We are in the Diamondback Land Surveying studio this week. Diamondback Land Surveying provides complete surveying, mapping, and construction staking solutions for residential, commercial, and public works projects across the Western region. DBLS is a firm made up of highly skilled professional land surveyors with over 200 years of experience in the public land survey system and construction surveying. Their survey team takes great pride in being professionals in all aspects of their work and emphasize on-time service and maintains an excellent reputation in the construction and development communities. To find out more, visit diamondbacklandsurveying.com. And I have to go back. We got to catch up with TK in Vegas.
We did.
He bought us dinner one night.
He did. Shouldn't
Such a
have.
Generous,
Yeah,
man.
really shouldn't
So
have.
freaking
Still
generous.
a little mad about that.
Phil also hung out with his Rob Morris
Yeah.
as well.
Got a lot of Rob.
Influencer.
Yes.
That Rob, he's a strong cup of coffee, that guy.
He is
Yes,
he is a certain cup of tea.
Yes, indeed. All right, moving on. Next up, the Geomax Weekly Service Pro Tip. To find out more about Geomax, go to geomax-positioning.com. I think you're going to see the tie-in here.
Yeah. I got that reading these 5 seconds before this started. All right, so here we go. There are 3 things, to my account, that I need each day. One of them is something to look up to. Another is something to look forward to. And another is someone to chase.
Where do I fit in on that? Which one am I?
Ooh.
Are you looking up to me or are you chasing me?
I don't.
Am I on? Do I make the list?
You did not make that list. That's Mr. Matthew McConaughey.
Oh. Another Texan.
Yeah. Okay.
See where I'm going with this?
I think it's like things in 3 and things from Texas.
Exactly. I'll take that for 50. All right. Next up, the GeoSearch Career Corner. Find out more about GeoSearch. Go to geosearch.com. GeoSearch is actively looking for a GIS sales consultant. In this role, you will leverage your expertise in GIS and consulting to drive sales and deliver tailored solutions to our clients' clients. Ooh.
You will engage with customers to understand their needs, provide valuable insights, and recommend GIS solutions that enhance their business processes. The primary function of this role is to penetrate new geographics and generate new clients using a hunter mentality. I know you're familiar with that.
Ooh, I like that. That's kind of my mentality.
It is.
I am a hunter.
You are.
I am a hunter these days. This individual will be expected to own the entire sales cycle, from generating leads to closing deals to maintaining strong relationships with those clients. This is cool. This is a fully remote position. Get this, with travel up to 50% within the state of
Texas.
Lots
what
of
do you
Texas
know?
tie-ins here. You see where we're going with this.
I like it. All right. And these guys are looking for a candidate that have proven history of selling into municipalities and utilities. To find out more, visit geosearch.com today. And as always, Happy mapping.
Love the guys at GeoSearch. And they're coming back next year, as a matter of fact.
Yes, they
Friend
are.
of the program for 2025. All right, let's get our guests in here. They're sitting there like, what the heck are these guys doing? Are they ever going to let us talk?
But that's a solid 10, solid
only
10
minutes.
Yeah.
It seems like 30.
Seems like we get so much out there in 10 minutes.
I know. It's, yes, exactly. All right. We got a mitt full here with us this evening. So real quick, we're going to let them do some very brief self-introductions. I'm going to let our good friend Bill Swope, who is we
counted before. It's a four-time
appearances. Four-time. Whatever.
I don't know where you're going here.
Yeah, but he's been on the show a number of times.
You know Bill for a long time.
I've known Bill for a long time. Really good friend of the show. Really good friend of mine. Bill, real quick, for those who don't know you, there can't be that many. Just give us your name, which I've already given, who you're with, what you do, and your tie to ASPRS.
All right, I'll try to do that real quick here for you. So Bill Swope, and I'm with Half Associates, and now I'm already forgetting what you asked, but my tie to ASPRS is I'm a certified photogrammetrist, and ASPRS is the American Society for Photogrammetry and Remote Sensing.
Ooh, okay.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you for clearing it up for us.
Someone need to say what that is.
I would have guessed. I would have been wrong. Scott, you're up next, buddy.
All right. So I'm Scott Dunham. I'm with Gordon Associates. My tie to ASPRS is I'm a certified photogrammetrist as well and a certified mapping scientist in LiDAR. And I currently serve as president for the ASPRS Gulf South region. We'll talk a little bit about that a little later.
We will indeed. And Balaji.
Hi, everybody. I am an associate research professor of geomatics at Nicholls State University. And I'm also currently the vice president of the Gulf South region. Excited to be here chatting with Kent and Co.
Yes, we're going to have a great time with this for sure. So it is time for the Trimble Geospatial Icebreaker. To find out more about them, go to geospatial.trimble.com. Another returning friend of the program for 2025.
Yes, I like how you keep highlighting these.
All right. Trimble is dedicated to big thinking innovation. Together with their worldwide distributor partners, the Trimble Geospatial team is working with current and future generations of surveyors for a more sustainable future.
They are.
Ooh,
I mean,
and they put on an amazing conference.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. All right. Quick icebreaker for each of you. Bill, you're going to go first. What is one thing most people probably don't know about you?
Most people probably don't know. I'm originally from Nebraska.
That's a good one. Do you have the red N tattooed somewhere on your body?
I do not.
Do not. So you're not officially from Nebraska.
Well, I know a lot of people that have that tattoo
yes.
in various places that you don't really want to know about. But,
Yes, exactly. Exactly. From Nebraska. All right. Awesome. Scott, how about you?
So I'm not sure if anyone knows, but I'm a small college football fan. Went to the University of Texas. Doing okay this year. We got the playoff ratings coming out here shortly, so we got to watch for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a huge college football fan when I'm not doing mapping.
Nice. How about you, Balaji?
Well, a lot of people think I'm from different part of the world, but I am here in Louisiana for the past 25 years, developing this program now, moved on to. So they wonder, where are you from? I have to say half of my adult life I have been in Louisiana, deep South Louisiana.
Okay.
Native.
Okay. All right.
You can call me that.
All right. That's good. That's good. Interesting accent going on there for sure.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah.
Producer Sean? Is there something about you I don't know?
I mean, we've been doing a lot of we've done a lot of shows together.
Yep.
And this question does come up, and we talk a lot. So I'm not sure there's some. Let me think. I've never ridden a horse.
You've never ridden a horse?
Never in my life have I been on top of a horse.
Geoholics horse outing.
And keep in mind, I mean, we just did a month ago, did the Horses Help, the fundraiser.
Oh my God.
And I donate to Phil every year.
That is alarming to me.
Never ridden a horse.
We're gonna make that happen.
Not a chance.
Live streaming it. Are you afraid to ride a horse?
No. Have no issue either way. Like I'm plenty adventurous, do all kinds of things. Just not one of those things that I've ever actually done.
That goes back to you being a ridiculous control freak. And if you're on the top of a horse, you probably feel like you're completely out of control.
Did you talk to my wife before we talked about this?
We just it's like
yeah.
ESP. Or,
Yeah. What about
do you call
you?
it?
What is there something that that not these guys, but anyone that listens to the show possibly doesn't know about you yet?
Doesn't know about me. I am an open book for the most part.
Noted.
Something they don't know about me. I probably mentioned it before, but I found out about 2 years ago that I have a half brother I didn't know about.
Oh, we all know you found out about your half brother.
These guys
Come
don't know
on,
that.
come
Bill
on, give
doesn't
me
know
something
that.
better.
No, something better than that.
Think back. Think way back.
At one time when I was a young boy, growing up in Chicago, in the wintertime, me and my buddies would make snowballs and throw them at cars, right? One time we were doing that, and I had this ice snowball. I'm like, I'm going to freaking get some. Broke the side of this car's windshield.
Oh, did you really?
Yes. And I'm like, oh my God. The guy jumps out and he freaking kicks the shit out of me.
Did you really?
Yes. True story.
I did not think
True
that
story.
you were going there with that story.
Well,
That's amazing.
It's one of many. All right, let's go. So we got the guys here for obvious reasons to talk about ASPRS.
Yeah.
And first of all, Bill, we're going to let you educate everybody about exactly what ASPRS does and who this organization is.
Okay, yeah. I guess the easiest way to say it is an organization devoted to the art and science of remote sensing. ASPRS came about in the 1930s, I think 1934 to be specific, if I'm right on that.
1934. That is crazy. It's been around that long.
It's actually one thing older than me.
Yeah, one thing.
Yeah.
We found it.
I believe we're coming up on the 75-year anniversary here, if I'm not
Golly.
something like that coming up.
Crazy.
But yeah, so started out as just for photogrammetrists, and for those who don't know what photogrammetry is, essentially just surveying and mapping from the air, aerial surveying and mapping. And then over the years has just kind of rolled out more into different remote sensing technologies. So now, as Scott mentioned, we have certifications for a number of these things too. So photogrammetry, LiDAR, UAS, and we just are working now with the GISCI to do our GIS certification. They're going to take that over. And then we also have them at the technologist level as well. And we don't want to forget UAS is one of the certifications that we have as well. So just kind of an organization devoted to geospatial professionals. So we do get a lot of land surveyors working with us a lot.
Mm-hmm. What do you think the demographics are there between land surveyors and we'll call them others?
Wow. Maybe as high as 25%, maybe somewhere between 10 and 25%, I'd say.
Yeah.
Do you know Tony Specie?
Specie?
Doesn't him ring a bell?
Yeah, then
He's with the GIS, the organization you just mentioned. He's with that organization.
GISCI.
Yeah, he's with that organization. So it sounds like you guys are like establishing a partnership with them.
Yeah. So one of the things I did a few years ago, Kent, and you've probably known about it because you were nice enough to have me on a show to talk about it. I was lucky enough to start a region for ASPRS. They gave me 2 states out of their Mid-South region. So I got Texas and Louisiana. And that we started the region in 2021. And the reason we wanted to do that, because I wanted to make sure that the geospatial industry was being served in those 2 states. I was looking for Texas, and I was happy to have Louisiana come along with it. So we're trying to just become the subject matter experts, a resource for everybody from state agencies to higher education and to other professional associations. And that's what we're calling our partner network that we're kind of rolling out for this conference as well. So we're going to have a number of those entities are going to have booths at our conference coming up in March. And I know we'll get to that. But so that's kind of who the partners are, just those state agency folks, other associations or societies in professional services or higher education or K through 12.
Awesome. So I think some some of the most value that you guys provide as an organization is developing standards and guidelines for mapping, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
is that something that is being accepted like state by state, or what does that look like?
Yeah, I think right now ASPRS is generally accepted across the U.S. And there's an international piece to ASPRS. It's ISPRS, International Society of Photogrammetry and Remote Sensing. And so they just recently came out this year. I want to say July or August. Like, we've been working on it for a couple of years. The new positional accuracy standards that I would say most of the states are accepting in some form or fashion as geospatial standards for data. Now, there's some other
Gotcha.
folks that do that as well, but ASPRS is one of those contingencies that's in there.
Gotcha. That's awesome. So, Scott, talk to us a little bit about the certifications that ASPRS is offering.
So we've got the two of the professional certifications: the certified photogrammetrist and the certified mapping scientist. And the certified mapping scientist is going to be remote sensing, LiDAR, and UAS. And then there's pre-professional certifications as well for persons with less experience. They would go for to get started with a certified mapping technologist, and that's going to be in photogrammetry, remote sensing, LiDAR, and UAS as well.
Gotcha. So this sounds a little bit to me like the CST program that ASPRS offers. Bill, I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but that certified survey technician, it kind of puts you on a path to licensure. You know, I think there's tremendous value there. And it sounds like you guys are kind of doing a little bit of the same thing here.
Yep. And as Scott kind of alluded to on that, it's the difference is the experience level. So for the technologist level, you just need 3 years generally. And then for the certified photogrammetrist or for the CMS stuff, you need 6 years to be considered through the peer group.
And what's the education requirement for a pre-professional?
I have to
Is it a 4-year? Is it a 4-year degree, or is it
just based on experience,
or is it something?
I believe it's based on experience, and then for the professional, typically you see a bachelor's degree.
Okay.
And these certifications, are they nationally recognized at this point?
They are.
Balaji, what you got?
Just a clarification. The CST doesn't necessarily lead to professional licensure. Maybe in some states, in most states, you need some form of formal education plus work experience leading to, what do you call it, as a PLS or a PSM, professional line surveying or professional surveying and mapping licensure.
Yeah, I may have misspoke there. So the CST, in my opinion, is something that helps those that are on their way to becoming licensed to accumulate credentials along the way and build confidence.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. That's correct. Yep. Okay, right on. So, Bill, you mentioned something about map standards, and there's been some revisions recently. Talk about those revisions a little bit and the updates that you can provide.
The positional accuracy standards was just updated. Really, I think it was about 2 years worth of work to update those standards. The last edition was from 2014, so this is about 10 years in between, and really needed. As we all know, there has been a lot of technological advancements in what we do. In not only the processing, but the data collection, the equipment use, all spheres. And so it was just time to update those standards to make them more relevant to what people are doing now and to how we look into getting to where we need to be for the accuracies that we're requiring.
So are you guys looping in, like, reality capture is all the rage at this point, right? Are you guys getting involved with that side of things as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think indoor mapping, as you know, it's kind of being termed around the country, is kind of the next big thing as far as where we're doing this at. You know, the outside world has been done, or well, not been done totally, but it was going to be redone and redone because things change, right? But the inside world is not really something that we've seen. I think some of the next gen 911 standards are pushing that because
Mm.
we want to locate for emergencies not just to the address but to
Yep.
the floor if we can, if it happens to be a big building, or to the actual office space. And I think that they can locate now vertically in their PSAPs. And not my complete area of expertise, but it all relates to each other because how we get that information is going to be through remote sensing. And so all of this is becoming more and more collaborative. And I think over the next 10 years, you're going to see a big push for not only updating the different kind of standards that we see for indoor mapping, but how we can do things like school safety systems for indoor mapping or that are related to indoor mapping, because you got to have those floor maps to be able to do all the other stuff that goes along with it.
Very well said, Bill. Are you guys, just out of curiosity, what does the collaboration look like with the professional surveyors when it comes to developing these standards?
Yeah, in fact, two people that we're going to have at our conference that I know we're going to get to are going to be doing a technical session on control. So there's an addendum to the position, the accuracy standards for several areas. One of them is for surveyors or for surveying specifically. And so they're going to be given a session on control and how control works with those new standards, which I think we're going to get a lot of surveyors at the conference for to help them understand these standards since they're so new and just being rolled out. And so one of the things that we wanted to highlight, and in fact, both of these guys are certified through ASPRS and they're surveyors. So then their father-son contingent, Jim and Jamie Gillis. And Jim is an old school surveyor from Canada. So he's also licensed in Canada, so internationally, and he's done a lot of international work. So these guys are real experts in their area. Yeah,
I know both those guys actually, and that's awesome. I didn't realize they're going to be at the event this year. So let's drill down just a little bit. We've established the fact that ASPRS provides a ton of value to the mapping community. I think, Scott, you mentioned the Gulf South region earlier. Talk about that just a little bit and what that is made up of.
Well, can I take a step back real quick, Scott? I am just a little more curious on what ASPRS does and what they're about. I don't think you know Bill for years. I just want to get a little bit more of what's the core mission of the organization, and then maybe dive into the specific region.
Yeah.
Fair enough, Bill.
Well, let's do this. I'm going to punt to Balaji here to talk about the student chapters, which are a real core, Sean, of what ASPR is all about, because we want to get students when they're young and get them interested in the various aspects that they can be interested in remote sensing overall. And so one of the ways that we do that is build student chapters. And for the Gulf South region, Nichols State is the very first student chapter that we've established.
Oh, yeah. Talk about that.
For us, ASPRS is like the gateway for our students because it puts in direct contact with professionals. So what we have done is with the student chapter affiliated to the Gulf South region and the national ASPRS, it gives our students an opportunity to listen to all these guest speakers who come on a monthly basis. And it's a two-way traffic, if you will. So we are getting access to what's happening in the industry so that the students know what opportunities exist when they graduate. Likewise, by putting these kids next to these professionals, they know they're already hired for summer internships and they may end up working for them, right? That's one of the key aspects or mission, outreach mission of ASPRS. The other benefits are, for me, for our program, we have a very strong industrial advisory board. We are in a 4-year ABET accredited program. So these folks who are top-notch in the field, I do a lot of research, but still the practitioners, what are their needs on a day-to-day? We get that, and we get to update the curriculum, so anything to do with the mapping, we listen more towards the ASPRS. Anything to do with the surveying, we lead more to NSPS of that nature. So as I said, it's a two-way traffic.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
it also gives our students, I want to inculcate that, the concept of service. Hey, Bill is doing all this, Scott. You should be prepared next to take those leadership roles. So they don't do it unless they have a rich students chapter at the undergraduate level. That's the focus.
Yep.
I can keep talking about my chapter, but I know there's limited time. This is what we kind of do, and ASPR has been a big supporter of, especially the Gulf South region is being a big supporter of our program, and the students enjoy that.
That's awesome, and I love to hear that. So it sounds like what you're describing, Pelagie, is kind of like the Young Surveyors Network of NSPS, right? So it almost appears that NSPS and ASPRS are kind of working in tandem. Is that a fair statement?
We have a surveying student chapter as well. So it's not competing. We allow their students to come to our chapter meetings and vice versa. And we have a unique way is like we have a zero geomatic service learning credit hour. All majors have to take it. And that kind of forces the students to these service projects. Some of them professional. There will be a professional component, community component, and a program component. They have to do a little bit of everything in a given semester. So they have to know that mapping and surveying is kind of coming close to each other, especially with the explosion in the drone side, reality capture, laser scanning, SLAM. So we allow them. We just show them all the various opportunities that exist for them when they graduate.
Yeah. This portion of the program is sponsored by Altair Central. Altair Central is the authorized premier Trimble dealer for survey, mapping, GIS, forensics, and marine equipment in Texas, Oklahoma, and Arizona, and MGIS in New Mexico. Our good friend Scott Spears, he's been traveling a lot.
It looks like it.
Yeah, he's got some territory to cover these days. They have 8 offices and provide sales, rentals, repairs, and support for the full line of Trimble products: GPS, GNSS receivers, robotic total stations, scanners, Seiko accessories, mobile mapping system, used equipment, and field supplies, including our good friends at Juniper receivers and tablets, LaserTech True Pulse rangefinders, and microdrone UAVs.
They also offer field supplies and can deliver them right to your job site.
I think we both know that. We've used them in the past.
We have, and they have helped us on a job site.
Oh, every single time. Finally, they offer used Trimble survey and mapping instruments such as GPS systems, robotic total stations, scanners, and more, all available on their website at allterracentral.com. Most importantly, all of this is backed by a service department with one of the fastest turnarounds in the nation. Love the folks at Altair Central.
Absolutely. Visit allterracentral.com.
Yeah, I love that. And surveyors would be absolutely foolish not to partner with ASPRS. I mean, this is something that needs to happen for sure. Do you have any other questions before I get on to my last question?
I thought I thought that Balaji did a really good job of setting the stage for your next question.
Balaji, he's going to do a great job.
So
he's going to do a great job.
Please continue.
Scott, tell us about Gulf South region.
I do want to add to something that Balaji did.
Oh, there it is.
Way to go. Way to go.
But Balaji is such a great resource for other academic institutions that want to start student chapters. So it's nice. He's already gone through the process of setting it up. And so it's nice to have him talk with some of these other groups. So anyway, so with that, I guess we'll head on to the Gulf South region now that Bill helped set up. It covers Texas and Louisiana, as Bill mentioned. We've got about 140 members now. Is that about where we are, Bill?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
140 members just between the two states, right? Yeah. For this region. That's good.
And we're looking to grow that. But that's where we are now. Go ahead.
So just one slight correction. So we have a lot of members at ASPRS, but they may not affiliate. We have to do a better job. That number may be huge, a little bit closer to 200 plus. but we are working on it to reach out. Hey, you need to. A lot of them don't know because we are a fairly new region. So we are, they're still affiliated to Mid-South, like Bill earlier mentioned. They are affiliated to Mid-South. If you look at it, may upwards of close to 200, I would say.
Even more impressive. Mm-hmm. Even more impressive. All right, Scott, continue. Yeah. You have 140, potentially 200 members of the Gulf South region, which is really exciting. Talk about what you're excited about. What's coming up?
Well, we've had a recent change to the board. We've got some new members and we had some elevated positions. I've moved up from vice president to president this term. Balaji's moved into the vice presidential role, and then we've got a new Secretary Treasurer Jib Ahmad with Half Associates. He's helping out with that. So we've got a couple Louisiana state representative and a couple of Texas state representatives. So it's nice to have that change and new leadership on the board and moving forward with that. Another thing we have is that Bill got started is the Partners Network. A little bit about that. The idea is to have a forum of engaging with entities in the region that have similar interest in providing support, resources, and networking opportunities. Right now, we've got NCTCOG, UAS, the Texas Society of Professional Surveyors, Texas A&M Corpus Christi, Dallas College, and Austin Community College as a part of that. And then I believe Nickel State is a part of that too, right, Balaji?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you say a partners network,
what's the intent there?
Explain that just a little bit and what the advantages are to being a partner.
I'll punt that one to Bill. Bill's got a little more information on that setup. So,
and hold on a second. Since we're punting it to Bill, I have to ask Bill this one question.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of like, how proud are you at this point that you started the Gulf South region and you've got this momentum going? It sounds a little bit about kind of like United Surveyors of Arizona type thing, where things just kind of started rolling, and all of a sudden you've got this amazing momentum, and Bill just kind of sits back and it's like, yes, I created this.
This was my idea. This was born in my brain.
Yes.
Yes, I can't tell you how proud I am of this organization. I will say this, Kent, I got to give due where it's due. I kind of got the idea after we, were involved with US of AZ, which I felt was a great organization too. And I'm very proud to have been a part of that. This was just something where, the Mid-South had so many states involved in the region that it's hard to get people involved in this. And so when I approached ASPRS about starting just a chapter in Texas, they said, well, how about a region? We talked for about 2 years. Another person named Cody Condren was involved heavily with me.
Oh, yeah.
And Cody has been great. He's actually the secretary for at the national level for ASPRS now, and just as our past president. But the board that Scott was talking about that we just got in, I feel is going to be the strongest board that we've had so far. We'll be coming up on our 5 years in 2026. We've got a great conference now that we're going to talk about here in just a little bit. This will be the second in-person conference that we've had, and I'd like to make it rival our Florida counterparts who have their own region and have fully 200 plus members in that region as one state. So, I'm very proud, and thanks for mentioning it, because it's been a lot of work, but to see what this board is going to do and where this region can go and how we can involve the younger generation, which is something we talked about with US of AZ way back in the day, I think is going to happen on the geospatial side. And so, I'm really proud.
Love it. Balaji, what you got, buddy?
I just have to add, he's immediate past president, but still very, very active in the region. It just gives us that, hey, if Bill can do it, we should do it, right? So he's been a big,
that's awesome.
Like a
That's
motivator, awesome. Just helps bring everybody together, tags them along. He's a wealth of information and experience from the ASPRS perspective that he brings to the table that makes us look good. He's not giving enough credit.
Bill's a little humble. He's a little humble.
I
Unlike some people I know.
know, unlike other people I know, yes, a little humble. I have to ask a quick question before we keep going. I noticed on here for the first time I've seen GIS/LIS. Can you guys elaborate a little bit on? Oh, it already seems like a touchy topic, but what exactly is LIS, and how who wants to take this?
How many
question from me?
certifications can one person have?
I'll start with it. I pulled some old notes together, and Bill let me know about 15 minutes before this that that's changed. So I guess, Bill, if you want to talk about it, I did not realize that. So I'm a new president.
You know, old guys like me, and I'm 60. Ken, I'm not going to give away your age. Actually, I don't know it, but I know you're kind of close.
We're pretty
You're pretty close.
We're pretty close. Definitely.
LIS stands for Land Information System. And so when GIS first came around, I think it was first known as LIS. The certification had been with ASPRS for so long, it was still GIS/LIS, which they probably should have just dropped a while ago. You know, one of those things.
Okay.
Now it's just rolled into, like we talked about earlier, the GISP. So I believe it's at the start of 2025. So anybody that was already in the program with ASPRS, they will finish and they will get their certification from ASPRS, which is a certified CMS in GIS. And I think they've dropped the LIS part of that, actually, Sean.
Okay. I was just curious because I didn't know if it was competing interests, like
it's a good question, Sean.
Like the survey camp and the GIS camp at Nicholls State. I was just wondering if they
that's
go into
the
battle.
Engineering you, like picking out these little details. It's like, how can that be?
Right.
No way.
So
let's get into this conference.
But
I really want to hear about this conference.
Before we talk about the conference, I got to throw one more kudos out there.
Okay.
Like, it seems like right now ASPRS is more relevant than ever. Is that a fair statement?
What do you think, Balash?
So I would, especially with LiDAR, laser scanning, and the drones, I think it's becoming more relevant. Since you guys are talking about certification, NCAAS, just like they administer nationally the exams for PE and PLS, they're working on a pathway for mappers to get their mapping license as well. This is in early stages. I'm not counting my chickens, but being a mapper, I would look forward to see a day where our certified, ASPRS certified people can go into that licensing route. They're still working on it. I'm on that task force, and ASPRS has endorsed it. And we have a lot of confidence in a couple of years. We will have a professional licensing path also for mapping. But it's still in planning stage, as I said. So,
Yeah, we've talked about this. It's like, how does I'm a professional engineer. Like, how would I have the confidence in a data set that I get? And if it is just a stream of photogrammetry or whatever, like, how would I know? And some jokel like a land surveyor is not going to be able to do anything with that. So if there was a certification, hold on. I'm just saying, it makes a lot of sense.
It does. It makes.
I rely on
sense.
A licensure of a land surveyor, and
or
it
an
should be
ASPRS professional.
Exactly. Yeah. And if it's along that same, I don't want to say guidelines,
tons of value there.
Yeah, but there's a lot of value, especially if it's something that's a national recognized seal that connects all the masses.
So it's all about the seal, right? Especially from somebody in your position. It's all about CYA. If there's a seal on it, it's got to be good.
Well, I can rely on it.
In theory. Right?
I'm not going to open that box, but
not here, not now.
Yeah, right.
Not now. All right. So here's what I love about this episode. We're 42 minutes in, and we're just now getting to the topic of what we wanted to get to.
Sure.
All right. So, Scott, you have a big event coming up in March. That was the whole purpose of us having this episode. Let's talk about that. What's happening? So many cool things happening. Go ahead, Scott.
All right, so let's talk about the conference. So We had our first conference, as mentioned, the first in-person conference in Thibodaux, Louisiana, at Nicholls State University last year, and had good attendance. And this year we've decided to have it in Austin, Texas, and we're super excited. It's a great city to definitely visit. We've got we're doing it with the University of Texas at Austin, the Commons Conference Center, and near the Domain in North Austin. The conference is going to be March 12th through 14th. 2025. Currently, we've got an early bird registration going on. We've got it till the end of November, and I believe we're going to let that go all the way to the end of the year, where you can save $100 off the
Nice.
$500 registration fee. So, in addition to that, I believe there's we've got a 10% discount to any the Geoholics podcast listeners.
Hey
ho!
Here we go.
So, and that was Bill's idea. That was good. So, other than that, so we've got there's 8 technical sessions, and I'm going to go ahead and I think we've got enough time. Let me go ahead and read those out. And
Yeah, sure.
No, we have all the time. All the time.
So there's some good ones. We've got the Digital Underground, powered by Precision Data.
Hold on. Wait. Digital Underground was a band, I think, back in the 80s, was it not?
Yeah, that wasn't that Humpty.
Yeah, that was Humpty.
Humpty
That was
Hump.
Humpty.
Yeah,
That was the
Humpty
Humpty
Hump.
dance. Yeah,
Yes.
it was Digital Underground.
So wait, are you saying Digital Underground is going to be at this conference?
And no, I don't think so.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that'll be a good presentation. And we've got the second technical session is Impact of NGS 2022 Datum and Low Distortion Projections to Mapping and Engineering Projects.
Good one.
That's Voss Killebrew at half that'll be doing that. Then we've got Ciaran Manning with LTRA is going to be giving mobile LiDAR acquisition for railroad applications. That'll be interesting. Dr. Michael Sterick with, let's see, he's got leveraging AI, deep learning to enhance UAS photogrammetric workflows. And he's with Texas A&M Corpus Christi. I couldn't remember that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Scott was just having problems saying Texas A&M because he's a UT grad, I think.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Mhm. Especially this upcoming Saturday, right? Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be tough.
I love
Yeah,
it.
you know. So, the next one, INSAR related.
That's awesome.
I think we're still looking for a title on that one by Danielle Smithlowski. And then the sixth presentation and the seventh are the practical instruction for the surveying of ground control and checkpoints in accordance with ASPRS specifications. There'll be a part 1 and part 2, and that's given by Jim Gillis and Jamie Gillis. So we're excited to have those two. And then finally, bridging the digital divide, aligning GIS education with industry needs in the geospatial revolution with Daniel Waktola, a professor at Austin Community College. So I think the technical presentations, we're excited about those. I think we're going to have a lot of attendees learn a lot from those. In addition to that, I think the most exciting thing, we've got the Geospatial Experts panel discussion moderated by Kent.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Whoa.
He's stroking his ego.
Look at this.
So
We are going to have some fun. Trust me.
We
So,
have to go
Balaji,
back
can
to
you-
Danielle's. Right.
Yes. I am a small
Hey.
part. I am a small part of it.
Well, we just had to mention that our good friend and guest co-host,
Dr.
Dr. Nick,
Yep.
his
Happens to be-
luckily, we still haven't figured this out, but
How did this happen? I
married
don't know.
to Danielle Smolowski, who is doing the INTAR.
What do they call it? Outkicked your coverage? Is that what they call
1,000%. This
it?
guy.
He way outkicked his
Yeah.
coverage. He's a
Well,
dork.
and Nick
Yeah. We love Danielle, and we also kind of like Nick too.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best.
Nick's got a session too, Kent. So
Oh my gosh.
Jen,
This is going to be a party. This is going to be a
Hey, look.
Geoholics homecoming.
you were invited for the Nicholls State conference, and you missed all the good Cajun food. But Bill made me like 48 hours or something to step in your big shoes to moderate the event. So we are counting on you. You better show up this time.
All right.
Oh, he's showing up.
He is
I can
guilting me into
guarantee
being
it.
there. I
Yeah.
know. No, Kent,
But
I'm speaking in third person now, will be there.
He will.
You will be there.
He
Kent
will.
will be there. Yes.
There you go.
We are going to have a good time. We're going to have a blast. Totally looking forward to it. This is going to be an amazing event. This is like this is like an underrated event, the way I look at it. They're like, what these guys are creating, what Bill has brought this to, it's just like, if you don't know about this event, what are you doing? You need to be at this event. There's so much cutting edge, cool stuff happening.
Well, that, and I mean, you look at this, look at the partners, and it's, TxDOT and,
Big boys.
Army Corps and Texas A&M and Nicholls State, like it's institutions, not, not
Well
corporate,
said.
not corporate
Well
people.
said.
It's institutions that are all jiving in there. What do you think, there, B?
We're also having a UAS demonstration by our exhibitors. And we also have a student poster, and we are hoping some of them will be elevated to a podium presentation. A poster competition, the students will, there is a graduate section as well as an undergraduate section. We are trying this to push this really hard this time to have a good student presentations as well. We have TSPC going to be there. We have, LSPS going to be there. As I said earlier, we are working in as a cooperative entity with the state professional surveying societies. So we are really excited, and the Geospatial Expert, that's one of the popular one last time, that has panel experts, and both the attendees as well as the students enjoyed it because it's on the spot, a discussion about the latest and greatest happening in the geospatial world. And also, Bill, you want to talk about the workshop?
Oh, yeah, we haven't really mentioned that. So we've also got a 4-hour preparation for ASPRS certification workshop that we're going to do. That'll be on Friday. And so you got a registration cost for the conference. If you want to do the workshop, there's a separate registration cost on top for that. Or you can just do the certification workshop. And we're hoping to have a lot of TxDOT folks interested in that because they've got a big UAS program. And so, it's a prep for any of the ASPRS certifications. So it just kind of gets you in general ready to get certified.
All right, Geoholics. Got to introduce a new friend of the program this year, Aerotech Mapping. Aerotech Mapping has been supplying high-quality geospatial solutions, services, and support for the AEC industry since 2002. They've completed projects across the U.S. and abroad using the latest technology and resources combined with a highly educated and experienced staff. They specialize in large-scale, design-level photogrammetry for a variety of sectors within the AEC industry, including aviation, transportation, energy, commercial development, mining, public works, and wastewater, just to name a few. Their mapping is produced under the direct supervision of an ASPRS certified photogrammetrist, and they've invested in the latest equipment and technology to ensure that they meet their clients' challenging demands. At Aerotech Mapping, they take great pride in the work they do, all created by an amazing team of professionals. To find out more, visit atmlv.com.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
There is so much cool stuff going on surrounding this event. And the one thing they didn't mention, it's also the weekend of South by Southwest.
Oh, that's why you're going.
That's why I'm staying.
No, that's where you're staying.
That's why I'm going. It's why I'm staying.
Yeah.
There's
you're
so
gonna have
much
a
cool
booth there, right, Kent? I mean, you're going to be
Damn.
there, your interview thing, I'm hoping.
Heck yeah, we are. Heck yeah. And since I know Nick's going to be there now.
Yeah.
I have a co-host.
Yeah.
Yep. Sean would be there, but he's got other commitments like going to Hawaii for the Pacific Rim conference and whatever the heck else he's doing.
Yeah, it's a Pacific Rim Geospatial Conference in
Yes.
Hawaii
Yes.
that same time. So I'll do that. And
I have to you go to Hawaii, I go to Austin.
Yeah.
It's funny how this works out.
It really is.
Yeah. And let me just say one more thing too about this, because I think this is important for the folks that we wanted to come and just attend this. So we have really great sponsors. And maybe we have time to list some of them that have already signed up.
Please do.
But one of the things that they're allowing us to do is this. So when you sign up to when you register for this conference, you're getting parking for free. You're getting all meals while you're there and snacks while you're there. And we also have a networking event the first evening of it on Wednesday evening after we have our business meeting that you can come to for that. And we're going to have hors d'oeuvres and beverages and things like that. So we're trying to make this something that when you get there, you're not going to be nickel and dime for everything.
Yep.
When you get there, it's all kind of paid for already. Again, because of the great sponsors that we have for this conference.
Nice.
So well said, Bill. Bill's a pro, first and foremost. He's a pro. What I love about this is kind of like one of those conferences that is still under the radar. And it's like, if you're not attending this is going to get in now. Get in now. It's kind of the ground floor. It's only the second one. Next year, it's going to be bigger. The year after that, it's going to be double the size. It's going to be triple the size. This is going to continue to grow. Be a part of this. That is the one word of advice I can give to our listeners. All right, let's talk about sponsorship because there are some opportunities, right? Who wants to talk about this? Is it Bill? Is it Scott? Is it Balaji? Who wants to talk about sponsorship opportunities?
Bill, you want to talk about the sponsorships?
Yeah, let me pull up our webpage here on the other side here so I can give you all the information the way it is. So we've got meal sponsors left. We've got gold sponsors left. And these sponsorships, when you get these, include an exhibit booth and 2 complimentary registrations as well. And then we also have silver sponsorships and bronze sponsorships. One of the best ways to find out this information is to go to the Geoholics events page and scroll down.
Hey, bingo.
Yep. And
it's a good place for that.
A much shorter URL than us, so easier to get to. And we appreciate you putting the information up there so you can just go there, click on it. You'll get the code for the 10% off if you go through the Geoholics website as well that you can put in. So, and if, like Scott said, we're going to keep the early bird pricing through the end of the year. So you save $100 plus 10% if you get your registration by the end of the year for it.
Nice.
Do not miss out on this opportunity. So much cool shit going on.
It sounds like it.
For sure. What else? Is there anything else you guys don't?
I have a question for the group. Just kind of throwing this out there. Who wants to grab it? How rewarding is it that you guys are a part of like a group that is mainly focused on getting students into a career and a profession and a path to sort of, I'm just curious on your perspective there. Like, this is not one of those this is mainly geared towards getting kids into doing something really great and getting a profession that they don't really know about. Like, talk about how rewarding, and maybe I'll kick it to you, Balaji, on like what's your feedback?
Last year, when we had, we put this program very quickly. We had only about 2 or 3 months. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bill, to advertise this, and we had over 77 attendees total, including the exhibitors. Many of our exhibitors also attend. This includes the conference attendees and 24 workshop, certification workshop. But what it did is there were also a couple of presentations that our students gave so that the industry partners could, also evaluate what are we preparing them? Are they ready on day one when they hit the ground? So that was nice. Likewise, there were about 20 students. I pretty much gave them, because it was at Nichols, Bill gave us the, hey, they can do whatever, I'll give you so many free attendance, especially for the students. So we manage everything free. So they kind of volunteered part and sat in the back row and listened to all the topics. And we plan to do that this year also, but there is a $50 registration fee that we are trying to raise through our industry partners to pay for their trip to Austin, Texas. So there's a great way of putting students next to the professionals. And if I'm not mistaken, 2 of the group convinced their students to go and do internships for this summer with them. This coming summer.
That's awesome.
With them. because most of our students already have appointments in spring itself, because we had it in late April. So a couple of them are coming to Houston and one probably somewhere in Texas. I don't know the exact location. So as I said earlier, it's a two-way traffic. It benefits educational institution. And as like right now, I'm a 100% research professor, but it helps me revise my curriculum. Hey, what is the latest that I need to teach these grades? What kind of tools I need to provide? We cannot provide all the softwares, but at least pick the most popular software that has the biggest market share. We provide them to our students. So that's a good way. And also, they need to learn, just like Bill is giving his time, Scott is giving his personal time for the professional society, that you cannot teach unless they actually see a professional doing it day in, day out. So that's another plus, intangibles, if you will.
We're going to figure this out while we're there in Austin. Where are you going to be? You're not going to be in Austin, are you, Sean?
No, I'll be in Hawaii.
Oh, you're going to be in Hawaii. You're going to be in Hawaii. You know what, though? After hearing all this, I guarantee you're like,
I know,
man, Austin sounds amazing.
Really
I think I want to be there.
I just really, really like the idea that there's a society there that their main mission is, all right, we're just going to find kids that are interested in these things, connect them with professionals, get them internships, get them jobs, get them certifications, and then off they go. Like, that's really
so
cool.
Exciting. So exciting. That guy, Bill Swope, man, oh man.
You know, he had this vision.
I am so honored to be connected to Bill Swope. Honored, humbled, all the good things. He's the man.
Oh boy.
For sure. He's the man. Anyways, anything else you want to get out there?
I'll kick it
Websites,
to the
anything else, guys? Websites you want to share? How do people find
apparently
out more?
everything they need to know is go to the geoholics.com, click on the
marketplace events
page.
Yep.
And you'll get all the discounts and how you get there.
Yep. All good stuff.
Exactly.
Scott, final thoughts. We're going to go around the horn here. Scott, final thoughts.
Just excited to get some more people to register for this conference, and we're looking forward to the event. I mean, it's going to be great, and thanks so much for giving us the time to talk about it.
You're the best, man. Great to meet you, and again, appreciate the detailed notes. We're gonna employ you in the future to be a writer for the Geoholics.
Yes,
good.
Yes. You're not going to be happy with the salary, but it's very rewarding.
It's very rewarding. We promise you. Balaji, any final thoughts, my friend?
I would like to see Geoholics present there so that I don't have to be pulled in to do last minute things. So we look forward.
Please come so he doesn't have to bail you out again.
Yeah. So I look forward to meeting you in person. And it's going to be a great conference,
Yeah. Look forward to it.
It's going to be amazing. Oh, man, I'm so excited. Bill, final thoughts, my friend.
Hey, I want to thank you very much for doing this, Kent. I can't wait to see you there in March. And I owe all this to you. So, I'm going to give due where it's due.
I'm blushing.
Yeah, I know. Your ego cannot be stroked anymore.
Not a single bit.
All right, I can only do one of these. Bill, I got to kick it to you. You've been a 4-time guest, but I got to hear it. Do you have a mantra that you live by?
I just try to be honest and be myself. That's all I can do.
Love it.
Yeah. Simple, but you have no arguments here.
But effective. Are you ready? What do you got? Anything else, buddy?
No.
All right, you're going to turn this up here so we can get some top rolling in here?
I am jealous. I love Austin. Austin's a great town. You guys are going to have so much fun.
You can still show up.
May be able to swing it. I don't know.
I'd rather you not.
I don't want to take some of your thunder. I know.
Oh, my God. So fun.
The soap opera.
Oh, great song. Adding value, making friends. That's what we do on the show. Check those boxes, right?
Boxes are checked, buddy.
Every one of them. If anyone would like to be a guest on a future show, shoot us an email at info@thegeoholics.com. Also, if you want to be a friend of the program for 2025, we have 3 spots. I think it's 3 spots
dwindling
remaining.
down, man.
Shoot us an email at the same place.
It is
info
a
at
good holiday season.
Tons of return on investment. ZZ Top Lagrange available everywhere. Until next time, everyone.
Couple takeaways.
If Bill can do it, we should do it.
I think that is the best takeaway.
What would Bill do? What would Bill do? Right? That's awesome. Oh man, such a great episode. Loved every second of it. Most importantly, be safe and healthy, everybody.
Thank you.
I think Sean's doing the Trump dance. You did the Trump dance.
Oh my goodness.